Hello everybody, welcome to Katawa Shoujo. Joining me is DJToasters.
Hello.
He's gonna help me out with the voices and everything, so you wanna click start in
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Oh, okay, well,
Sorry.
we're fine.
Which one of us is going to be the narrator?
I will?
Okay.
A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The deciduous trees provide a beautiful green canopy, far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. But now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in this cold. You got this.
Oh, is this a guy?
Yeah, this is the main character.
I thought Katawa Shoujo meant disabled girls.
Is that what it means?
Thought so.
Have you seen this played before?
I saw a couple of your episodes, I think.
Okay, well, you'll find out why the game's called Katawa Shoujo then.
Okay. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 p.m.
Ah, yes. The note. Slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking.
Wait, am I supposed to read that?
No, it's not quoted. As far as cliches go, I'm more a fan of the letter in the locker. But at least this way shows a bit of initiative. As I ponder the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickened. The snowflakes silently falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. Okay, this is a girl, so I'll get this one.
Okay.
Hi, Hisao? You came? A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation.
Kind of weird.
Yeah. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race.
I feel like I should have been the narrator too.
Yeah, I do too. Do you
You
wanna...
can switch. You wanna call? I got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours?
I'm gonna keep narrator
Say
because
that.
Hisao... Iwanako, I
Okay.
think. Oh, I can't say that. You gotta take this one.
Okay. Damn it. I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result? Pathetic.
Yes. I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it.
A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried.
Uh-oh.
My heart is pounding now, as if it were trying to burst out from my chest and claim this girl for itself, like in the movie Alien.
What?
You never seen Alien?
No.
Oh my... it is like an 80s movie.
Oh, well, yeah.
So, here we are, out in the cold. Wow, I'm so smooth.
Right?
Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The
Cacophonous.
Cacophonous?
Yep.
Okay. Noise is music to my ears. Iwanako? Is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
Flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. As it passes, she rights herself, as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine, and she lazily twirls her long dark hair around her finger. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried.
You see, I wanted to know if you'd go out with me.
I stand there, motionless, save for my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point.
Hisao?
I reach up to try to massage my throat, but this only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms.
Hisao?
My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which shoot open in terror.
Hisao!
The beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, Iwanako running towards me, all these fade to black. The last things I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help and the incessant clatter of the branches above. Kind of reminds me of an Edgar Allan Poe poem.
Here we go. Here's the intro.
I'm not going to read this part.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It moves too fast at one point to even try. So, I've recorded 11 episodes of this on my own, but because I got a new channel, I'm starting from square one. And
Okay, we just gotta be sure to make all the right choices. Same choices.
yeah, I can't remember the choices I made. But
I
anyway.
mean, like, the two of us.
Oh! I thought you meant as last time, and I was like, why would I do that?
No, that'd be boring.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so from my experience of playing it through once on my own and starting it off with you, it's gonna be a lot better.
Okay.
Time for
See, this is a
Mountain
good opportunity to take a drink so that, you know, your throat doesn't go all dry.
Yep.
Because I hate it when that happens when I'm recording something where I have to read a lot.
Dew. I think I'm gonna cut the first episode after the intro.
Okay. It's been 4 months since my heart attack.
We're good.
Can I
Yeah.
start reading?
Yep.
In that whole time, I can probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. For 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts, so I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. A strange word, a foreign, alien one. Told you this was a reference to Alien. One that you don't want to be in the same room with. He ended a sentence with a preposition. A rare condition, it causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. I don't think you can cure a heart arrhythmia
You can't.
without a
Click.
heart transplant.
Click, dude.
Of course, there isn't a cure.
There you go.
Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. And then, everybody realized they didn't really like me that much.
I thought you were actually reading, and I was like,
No.
wait, what?
But the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. So, I was just paraphrasing. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project. Wow! Wow. That's pretty messed up. I mean, I guess it's nice, but... Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Iwanako? I'm never gonna say
Just
that right.
go with it. I don't think I say it right either.
Iwanako. 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 Was the last to stop visiting. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again.
She
Hospital?
doesn't want to touch, or she doesn't want to touch. God dang. She doesn't want to date.
She probably doesn't want to touch him either.
Yeah, probably not.
The hospital? It's not really a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. It's probably because they all wear masks. I guess it's because they are in a hurry and they all have and they have a million other patients waiting for them, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of an omen. I still ask the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answer shows that there is at least some hope. At some point I stopped watching TV. I don't know why, I just did. I think he's depressed.
Yeah, I think anyone would be depressed being stuck in a hospital room with a heart condition that you never knew about for months.
Especially when your girlfriend breaks up with you.
Well, he never said yes, so she was never his girlfriend, but
That's
almost.
True. But like, I don't know. Listen, I know we were close and all, but you had a heart attack, so I'm dumping you.
Talk about shallow.
Yeah. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. I started reading instead. There was a small library. Wow, that's can't have been a very big library if it's in quotes. A hospital. Although it was more like a storeroom for books, yes. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. Man, they should really give him better food.
That's funny.
I found that I liked reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands. I should probably stop eating them. But I loved the stories. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass I was trapped inside instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. I never know what day of the week it is. I have my watch that tells me the date and time and the day of the week. But other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry.
Words that I can't use.
He's depressed. What a wimp.
There you go. That's the word I needed.
But that happened only rarely. And I couldn't even cry. Wow, what a wimp, can't even cry. Today, the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. There is this ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time sorting his papers, then setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eyes for a moment. Am I the doctor? I guess doctor's a guy, right? So.
Well, he talks to Hisao, and Hisao talks back, so I'll be the doctor. Should I just go with a female doctor, or should I try to make my voice deep?
I could be both of them.
No, I want to be the doctor.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Your deep voice is hilarious, by the way.
God, I can't. Hello, Hisao. How are you today?
I don't answer him, but I smile a little because he sounds hilarious. Back at him.
I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medication sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription.
The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly.
You be dead.
So many! I take it from his hand and take a look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? I'm probably supposed to take the medication. The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. This is insane. Yeah, that could probably cause some serious side effects if you're taking all that. Oh yeah, look, side effects, adverse effects,
Oh God, I hit the thing.
How the hell do you say that?
Contraindications.
Contraindications and
Oh, I got that
dosages
the
are
first
listed
try.
line after line with cold precision. I try to read them, but it's so futile. I can't understand any of it. Attempting to only makes me feel sicker. Is sicker a word?
More sick? It's sicker.
All this for the rest of my life. Every day?
Oh God. I got this. I'm afraid that this is the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that list fade over the years.
Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if he hadn't said anything at all.
Also, I've spoken with your parents, and we believe that it would be best if you don't return to your old school.
What?
That's you.
Oh, please calm down, Hisao. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Calm down? The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever of my concern shows it's ignored.
We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least, not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So, I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students.
Disabled? What? Am I...
It has a 24-hour nursing staff, and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. That's a soap opera. The majority of students live on the campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby.
Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. I'm kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point. Of course, that's only if you want to go, but your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. We're too cheap. Wait, no, that would save money. Never mind. We went out there and had a look a couple of weeks back. I think you'd like it. It looks like I really don't have a choice.
Compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education.
What other kind of heart problems is he talking about? Like,
Are there others? I mean, I know there's others, but...
I don't know what one he would be talking about, though. I guess people with pacemakers. This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamn opportunity.
Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and while it's not the same one...
A special school? That's an insult. That is what I want to say. It's a step down. Wow, my son is really mean. It's not what you think. All of the students there are pretty active, in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help in one way or another. Don't we all need a little help?
Your father's right, and many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleagues is in another hospital is a graduate. It's cool.
I'm in a college dorm. The people above me are very loud sometimes. Anyway, I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is. That's kind of true. I really hate that something so important was decided for me, but what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now. It's funny. I'd always thought of my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. You spent the past year reading books in a room that you didn't know at the time. I mean, how could that not be more boring? I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now, something about how I can go back to school anyway, but no. I don't say anything. The fact is that I know now it's futile. I look around the room, feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. I mean, it's pretty nice outside with that loop of the leaves falling.
Oh yeah.
There really isn't a choice. I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. That is all I can think of to get me through this. At least I still have something. Even if it's a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start. My life isn't over. It would be a mistake to just resign myself to thinking that. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like. Is that Hisao?
Well, he's got a band-aid on his heart, so I'm gonna assume yeah. Alright.
He'll be fine. He's attractive enough.
That's the end of the prologue. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you in the next episode.
See ya.